Okay, guys, I hope everyone can hear me now. Sorry about that, that's a technical difficulty. I hope everyone can hear me now. If everyone can hear me now, please, I need to see you guys' responses. If everyone can hear me now. If everyone can hear me now, please, I need to see you guys' response now. Sorry about that, we have been having technical difficulty, but today it will not happen. Today it will not happen, okay? I don't know why we keep having technical difficulty. The Reef platform now we are having we are having Merata just shake, so I have to reset it again, alright? So let's go on, guys. I know you guys have been waiting for it. Sorry about that. I think I need to update that we are back on live because we are having technical difficulty. Okay, right. We are back on live. Okay, now yes, I just updated it. Welcome, guys, to Neutral.X360. This is where you master the market, and this is where I will unlock your potential in the chat, guys. All right. So today, I hope you guys have been really, really enjoying this series because I've taken my time, like I actually dedicated my time to teach you guys everything from scratch to beginning, like how everything you need to know about Forex, how Forex came about, how the interface look like, support, resistance, supply, demand, those crazy words. I've been dropping it simple for you guys to know that it's just up and down. Alright. So today I'll be doing a live example for you guys, like real time, how you guys can actually work with it real time and explain some key zone, why they call this the higher time frame, why they call this the lower time frame. Alright, so I'll do all that for you guys now so you guys can actually know what's in. Okay, so you guys can actually know what's going on and what's in. So let's get to work. I could have been using the derivative trading view, guys. So I could have been using the derivative trading view so you guys will know this. Alright, but currently if I keep refreshing the roof, their interface is having issues, so I'll be using this which I shared on my Telegram channel exactly before we took the trade. I shared this last week. This is a swing trade, okay? I shared this last week when market closes. I told you guys price will get to this order flow here, then bounce to the downside. All right, and this we are aiming for 1 to 4 risk to reward ratio. Remember this on the VIP group, we guys we talked about this trend line movement and how you can actually measure trend line, and also you don't scale out of a chart if you haven't been stopped out. Okay, I've tell newbies this, I keep telling newbies this, that you don't scale out of a chart, alright, without being stopped out. You know where a trend will get reversed. So why scale out of a chart? Alright, so you don't need to scale out of a chart. Stay on the chart. The main reason either you scale out of a chart is either it's being liquidated or you are risking too much. Alright. So this is a trade we'll be holding for, let me say, 4 days. Alright. I'm anticipating to hold this trade for 4 days to get here. It can still happen in a day. So let's see how this is going. Alright, so I'm waiting for this to happen in 4 days. So yes, I keep telling everyone I am a day trader, but I can interswing and all that because of myself and I've mastered the skill. So once you master the skill, you can do all things. You know that favorite verse in the Bible? Once you master yourself, you can do all things. Alright? So let's keep going, guys. Now, I'm supposed to go for fresh work for you guys to see, but I'll discuss this chart, how I did enter it and everything before we move down to the main work, okay? So first, I move to the weekly, guys. I told you this is a swing trade movement, right? Where I mark previous price, close and open. You remember, guys, I told you guys, each candle is here. Each candle carries a trend, right? Each candle carries a trend. I keep telling everybody this. Each candle carries a trend, okay? Guys, if you are coming to this space, please jot right so you guys can understand this, okay? At least if you keep writing, you actually know what's going on, alright? So write so you guys can actually understand this. So each candle carries a trend, alright? So which will mark the open and close of the candles. Then we waited for price to come into the 50%. Sometimes people call it 50%, but we don't work like that. Once you mark out your open close, then we'll scale down to our daily, which is what our directional time frame. This is where we start marking out our BOS. Or the BOS means down or up. Remember, I told you guys, don't confuse yourself. For newbies, you don't need to confuse yourself. So we start marking our directions, okay? This is how we marked out our directions. But for newbies, it'd be hard for you to start figuring out structure points and how you can do it, okay? And this is very simple for the game to mark out good structure points, okay? To mark out a structure point, this is very easy. Look for a gap in between the space there. Then if you mark it out, then you can see there is another gap coming up again. There's a candle came up to fill in the space. So price move up and down, guys. So with those up and down price moves, it creates a structure, alright? And each structure comes from every time from as a structure. But for this, I'm using it for direction only. Okay, I'm using it for direction only. Okay, so now you can see we marked out our direction. Now we know, okay, price is going to the downside because here was a break of structure. Then you can see price did not break this leg above. Let me take my mouse down again so you guys can see. Price did not break above this leg because if you can see the structure, it moves from A to ZB, right? You can see the structure movement. Then price did not break this structure. How will price has break this structure? Then we have, they say price has changed in trend, right? We'll see price has changed in trend. So now you can see the structure movement. Price came down again. Then retest or called an order block. The price move and create a evening star formation. Remember I talked about evening star formation. This is still for our direction, guys. So I want you guys to pay attention to what I'm showing you guys, so you guys know this properly, okay? So you don't get scared anytime. I tell you guys, I'm here to unlock your potential in the chart, okay? So once you see price get in this zone, you can see the price moved. Clean procedure, but you know, everybody are in a hurry. That's why you guys can't wait. Nobody can wait for months or weeks for this to happen. Sometimes this can take months, two weeks, okay, before it gets here. But since we are on daily chart, we see each candle here consists of day. Let's say this is 1 day, this is 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, 7 days, 8 days, 9 days. So just imagine you are waiting for 9 days before price gets to this zone, before you say, okay, let me write this trend down. Then it just took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You waited for 9 days, then it took 6 days for price to come back here. You see why people are really scared of swing trading. Not that they are actually scared because of the time, the wait. Why for day trading you can catch quick movement. And this for the day, guys, okay? I want to make sure, I want to bring everybody in mind into a chart now before we take a live session on 30th, and we'll call this section a successful session because we have been doing it for a month now. Alright, So you can see price now. Price move from, we now mark our BOS here. Then you see price came into an order block, which we got an order block here. Then you now see price coming down. You can see where we marked our BOS again. Alright, you can see where we marked our BOS, but this BOS was not clean. You can see the way price rejected back inside the zone. Because, and why I was comfortable about this trade is that we have what we call change in trend, whereby if price breaks this is the current recent high. So if price breaks this recent high, we'll see price change in trend. Okay, now we didn't change in trend now, so now we are moving back down again. So this is for our directional time frame. Then now we'll move down to our analysis time frame. This is where we'll start marking our order block, because I'm telling you guys, this is for a swing. Then we'll clear our chart again, then do for a day trading. Okay, I hope you guys want to understand this game. I told you guys, this is fun, guys. Okay, this is clean fun. And yes, on our fresh chart I'm talking about everything, like I mean everything, and how you can use both the line chart. I'm dropping a new video about line chart, and how you can use line chart to enter a chart and how to exit live before I drop the video tomorrow. Okay, so stay tuned and also watch that video as well to get good understanding of what I'm doing in the chart. Okay, so we see change in trend, right? So we marked our movements already, so telling us price is going to the world downside. Okay, now you see where I marked that zone, because that zone was a weak rejection. Now you see why I marked that zone, because we closed in with a body at the 4 hours, and the 4 hour structure is a strong structure, because on a daily, you remember, if you are a day trader, this structure will be a strong structure for you, because you are using the 4 hours as your directional time frame as well. Okay, but from over here on the swing, we are using our 4 hours for our analysis time frame. Okay, so now you can see price came into an order block. I don't like drawing a big zone, that's why I don't like marking an order block like this. You can see price came into our order block. Okay, you can see the way price reacted on our order block. Then once price reacted on our order block, it gave us a good clean formation. And yes, this movement was news, that's why I hated currency pair. Now I'm telling you guys my truth, why I hate currency pair, because of the news. Okay, they are stable, but for currency pair, this is why you can just be in a sweet position, then you just get something like this, like, nigga, what the fuck, man? So let's get back to work. So for currency, for clean structure point like this, so we waited for price to fill in this order block. If not for this news, would have caught the order block, but I know there will be an order block at this week region, which I'll show you guys soon enough. So we entered here where I saw a good clean change of character at a lower time frame. Then we entered. Okay, so I marked out this zone because it was a strong support zone as well. Okay, support, and there's a supply and tiny supply here as well. So we took this structure, then we start moving to the downside. Okay, so I want you guys to get the point. First, we from the higher time frame, we marked out our open and close. Then we moved to our directional time frame. We mark out the direction the price is going to. You see, we are not focusing on the noise on the chart. We are just focusing on reacted from it, then start coming down. Okay, then we start coming down to this our demand zone here. Now let's come to our entry time frame. Now we now know there's an order block here. First on our time frame is weekly, because now I want to teach you guys this card before we go to our daily. So our time frame here, we marked out open and close body. 4 hours was our directional time frame, which we marked out already. Sorry, our daily was our directional time frame. Then our 4 hours is where we marked out was our analysis time frame. We mark out order blocks, target zones. Okay, so we marked out order block and target zones. Then you guys can see price now. We can now go to our 1 hour to secure that zone. Okay, can now go to our 1 hour to secure that zone. Guys, can you guys see this? Why I didn't actually take this movement? Because I saw this strong weak rejection, then there's an order block here. You can see where I actually literally marked the order block, but I waited for price to give me something, so which we had an evening star formation here. Then price came in, went for a deeper retracement, because you can see this is where the power of a line chart comes in. Alright, I keep telling you guys, you can actually reduce your stop loss to very tight zone. Okay, you can actually reduce your stop loss to a very tight zone before we can move in to some clean directional movement. Okay, so you can see price now keep going. After we got in, then price went for a deeper retracement to testing this supply zone up here again, which was still under our change in trend direction. Then price reacted clean from it. Okay, so if you move down to our 30 minutes, you can still see the same structure movement. Alright, so now let's do a new live example. Oh man, that was funny, guys. Oh, I'm coming, let me drink water. That was really funny. I was just biting my tongue earlier on. Yes, now let's focus on a new chart now. Okay, let's go on a new chart. I need to refresh some work I've done. Then I think I need to claim some about my work. Don't claim the entire work because I'm still waiting for that sweet zone. But you can see the money price movement. But now let's work on a daily chart. See why I hate currency pair. What the fuck is with the gaps, man? And if you actually watch, if you actually use currency pair for the main reason I trade currency pair in the corner is because of the swing movement. For swing movement, the structure are clean. But look at this. This is very choppy, man. The riff is not still not opening, guys. So sorry about that. So focus on the choppy movement. Okay, first we look at the movement first, because now we are on the daily, guys. We are on the daily. Alright, so now we look at the recent movement. The price has been moving. You can see this was Trump news. Everybody knows this news. So this was Trump news. Then this, then we can see a clean structural movement where we're going to the upside. The price reacted from this zone here. You can see the price reacted from this zone. Then started going to the downside, which we created a gap at this zone here. Okay, so the gap we created at this zone here. Now let me mark out. Let's see how this goes. I'm doing this live for you guys to see about if it's for weekly. You can see the way weekly prices are clean. Weekly candlesticks are clean. So let's go for the daily, guys. Now we'll mark out the previous. We don't mark out new something you guys should listen now about. If you are marking out, don't mark out the current printing price. Okay, if you mark out this, you are doing it wrong. Mark out this because this is still fluctuating, because you don't know where price will end. It might end here, it might end here. So what you want to do to actually get in is to mark out previous price. That's why they keep saying previous price movement tests the future movement of the chart. Guys, this is very easy. Previous chart movement tests the future movement of the price. Okay, so you can just go like this, so you can remove the noise, or you can put it at the body of the candle. Okay, then just remove the noise. Here we can say open. Alright, we can say open. You don't need to write much about it, but for newbie guys, label. Alright, so you need to label, because if you don't label, you won't know these things. You might I will just figure it out. You won't, guys. So you need to label for newbie. Close. You can see these, guys. Now Before we move, since we're on the daily chart, I would like to also bring something back to you guys' attention. Daily, we also have daily targets, okay, and we might be at a close range on a daily zone, whereby at least we need to lock in. There's what we call locking profit, all right. So we need to actually lock in some profit in case price get to those levels as well, okay. And yes, before we move further, this is where I'll tell you guys about the line chart. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, I think mine stuff. Okay, guys. Oh, fuck. Just a sec, guys. I'll be back in a few. Okay, sorry about that, man. This shit is bright. Okay, much better. Yeah, much better. So let's get to work, guys. So I want to bring something to you guys' attention. We say we're on the daily chart, right? And remember, I want to show you guys how I use line charts, because you keep seeing this on my chart, and somebody asked me this question. That's why I did a video about it. So line chart. Now you can see on the line chart, we have what we call a clean structure movement, right? Guys, you guys can see this. Let's on our magnetic too. You can see where price keep locking at a close range. Okay, you can see this price keep locking at a close range. So the next lock here was around here, right? This is a daily chart movement, but this is what I want to use the day for. This is what I want to see if price is going to come inside this zone again, okay. If I'm actually taking this for a swing movement, but I'm not taking it for a swing, I'm taking it for how the daily structure is formed. So the daily is telling us we are going to the downside, guys, right? And we have marked the open and close of the candle, so we are trading the candle. That's how we call it day trading, okay. I hope you guys are understanding this. If you are understanding this, please tap in W. Just on your keyboard, just tap in W, so I'll know you guys are understanding this. Alright, so we'll move down to our 4 hours. What's our 4 hours? We say this is our directional time frame, guys, right? So this is where we start marking this our down and up, okay. So like I said, we don't want to pay attention to the noise. Now you guys can see how we skipped the entire noise. Are you seeing it? So we are not looking at this zone again. This zone is not our business, all right. So it will be our business. I will tell you when it will be our business, but for now it's not our business, okay. And over here you see that price I marked. I said if price crosses here with a body, you can say change, because there was the daily structure movement, right? Guys, are you guys getting this? Then we'll start marking our break of structure, which will say each swing consists of down. You can use the concept of down. I don't want to use break of structure this time around, so you can use the concept of down, right? Once you keep using this concept of down, you can see, guys, this is a very clean structure movement. Now you can see price was going down, okay. Now we now know price is going to the downside. Yes, we now fix our target, because now we now know okay, price is going to the downside. Then now we now move back to our line chart, okay. So once we move back to our line chart, start marking the recent close of price, right? Then you start looking for the recent close of price. We have one here. Then we come again, we find another recent close of price again. We have 2 here, right? Then we have, I don't want to go too far, we have 3 here, okay. So these are recent closes of price movement. We also have one here, but it's too close, so let's go with this, right? Then we go back to our chart again. Okay, then also you can see what we call a fair value gap. So don't also, now you can see where this price comes in as well. You can see we have a fair value gap here as well. So this will be our target zone. Once we enter, we'll know, okay, this is what we are looking for. Now we don't know if price crosses this line. We don't want this chart again. Okay, now we don't know if price crosses this line. We don't want this chart again. So guys, I hope you guys are understanding these points. Now we'll now move to our 1 hour to see what price is doing currently. Beautiful, because this is where our analysis time frame comes in. Well, I'm in this chart now. Let me take this. I'll take this. I don't care because I've seen what currently I'm in this chart. I'll go back again. Let me close this for you guys purpose. I'll tell you guys why I took this trade now, because this was a clean trade. Okay, I think I need to take this on my live account as well. This was a clean trade, guys. Okay, sorry, I'm coming, guys. Just a sec. I don't have this on my yes. Oh, fuck. You see. This is wrong, guys. I want to get something at a wrong order. Sorry about that, man. Oh, it's Euro AUD. So sorry about that, guys. This was crazy, bro. I wanted to get a point at Euro AUD before. That would have been crazy, man. That would have been crazy a lot. That would have been seriously crazy. So we are in on that trade, guys. Let's see how this goes, okay? We are in on that trade, guys. So I took this trade live. Let me show you guys. So I took this trade live currently. So we are currently on this live, and I'll tell you guys why I took this trade. Okay. So, but now let's keep going to work. So now we see price came into what we call, now for our analysis time frame, which is the 1 hour, you guys can see price came into what we call our order block. Okay, I hope you guys can see this. Price came into our order block. Now from, you guys can see from, remember we are going to the downside, right? Now you can see this is where we still say it's our analysis time frame. You guys can see we have a tiny change of character here. Okay, you guys can see that we have a tiny change of character. I'll also show you guys when we are about to take this. We are on this trade already. I think I need to show you guys my position too already, that we took this trade live. Okay, you guys can see we are on this trade already. I think there is news coming up, which we'll check that soon. I'll just use my phone to check that for news before we get leaked out. So one thing about currency pair is the news, so you guys watch out for news. Once we marked out our order block, then we start looking for our entry. Now we have set up targets already, so once we enter, we now know targets we are scaling out from. Okay, but before you guys want to know, I know you guys want to know, before price came here, there's what called price retrace. Okay, once you mark out your zone, price will retrace no matter what. See, if you can see, let me show you guys one thing. From here now, you guys can see price was going to the downside, we broke structure, then price breathes back again to inside, like to test in another block. Okay, remember I told you guys the last leg that breaks structure. Remember, the last leg that breaks structure is your key zone. I say this as a structure movement. Okay, I say the last structure that breaks structure is your key zone. So don't, for anything, don't miss that out, or don't move your mind out of that stuff. Okay, any structure that breaks price, that the recent structure that break price, that will be your key zone. Since we are on analysis time frame, you guys can see the recent structure that break this price is from this other block, guys. You guys can see, right? It's from this other block. So once you guys can see, this is from this same other block here. You can see price went down like with a beautiful movement, then came in again to testing the other block. You can, same thing with this one, price went down with a beautiful movement. But yeah, remember I told you guys, currency pair, where I run from currency pair because of this gap, you can just wake up market to just boom, like what the fuck was this gap from? So sometimes they use this gap to deceive people, so you need to wait for structure. Anytime you see a gap for in the currency pair, you wait for structure. The main reason I stopped this was when I was coming up, due to I was not paying attention to the news aspect. I was like, it's all structure game, structure game. Let me know what they are doing. If I don't know what they are doing, then I won't focus on it. So it's not just structure game. So you need to actually know, once the structure is from, every structure tells a story. You guys can see once price broke this, we created the structure here, and the structure said evening star formation. What's an evening star formation? Evening star, this is a signal telling us we are going to the downside, which price did. Okay, then definitely price will what? Breathe. You can see we broke the structure here, right? But price came into that same gap to fill in, to create this evening star formation. Okay, once price came in start to create the evening star formation, then it bounces down. Now it came back to retest the other flow, that is the other block. People call it other block, people call it other flow. So it came back to retest the other block. So for some people, they are already getting at this point. So I just got in here at this next retracement. So this is where I got in. Now you guys don't know why I got in at that retracement point. Now let's go to our entry time frame. Okay, you see why I go for that retracement? Because your higher time frame structure doesn't lie. All right, you can see price was going to the upside. Then this is what we call SMT. Why they call this SMT? I told you guys all these are just trading language. Means price is about to reverse. Okay, there's no momentum again. So once traders see this, like they'll wait, once the structure is clear, they'll wait, once they see this, they jump in. They don't care if it's their father that will owe them or anything, they'll jump in because they know price has lost momentum here. So the buyers has lost their position and everybody are going for a down movement. So guys, I told you guys this is a high game. Now you can see where I took my position from. So I told you guys this is a high game. So now if I want to just reduce my zone, I'll take it down like this. Okay, put it above this high here, then target all our zones. So this will give me 3 to 1 to 3, guys. I keep telling you guys, this zone looks big here because it's zoomed out. So this will still give you 1 to 3. Now it's just for you to do what? Wait. Some people will start panicking, tapping buttons. You guys can see the moment you tap the button, you drop it. Let the market, because every tick, okay, every tick are market behaviors. Okay, now we'll go back to our zone again, because I need to show you guys this, how you can set stop loss. Somebody just sent me a message, how can I set a stop loss? Okay, so sorry about that. Then you go back to your line chart again. Then this is your stop loss. You can see you can actually reduce it now. You can see you can reduce your stop loss to this point. You see that huge zone just now. You see how we break it down. So now this is now 7.2. From how many years now? 3 to 1 to what? 7.2. This is why Forest is simple, guys. Forest is easy. Is the easy way to make it's the easy way to make money, but it's very hard to learn. Why they keep using that concept is for you, the human, because we are greedy. Yes, we are literally greedy. You see something that will give you money easily for you just to wait. See something you keep seeing something daily. Just tap on the button, wait for it. So due to the greed and everything, and you see some people, man, I keep seeing it in the industry. It's not you, it's not just you. I did it as well when I was coming up. Just tap button. You want to make your dream house, your dream car one night, but so you can't just make all those things one night. Okay, it doesn't work that way, guys. Now you can see we mark out the open and the close. You can see price is literally at the open and the close of the previous candle. You can see the previous candle closes, price came back to the previous candle's open again before it starts reversing. So guys, I hope you guys are literally following up on this section. Okay, if you guys are following up, thumbs up for you guys. Now we'll move to our 30 minutes time frame. Okay, we move to our 30 minutes time frame. While we move to our 30, this is where we're actually supposed to take our entry from. And yes, you remember currency pair is not like synthetic. On synthetic, I would have marked this zone as my breaker block. Okay, but I'll still want price to like come inside deep. Alright, but I keep telling people you can't do it alone. Alright, you can't do it alone because we need to still know from other source as well. So I actually learned currency pair after I took my time with synthetic to understand how day trading work. Then coming to swing trading was very easy for me because I've gone into the battle already. Day trading is like the battlefield whereby you learn everything you need to learn. Okay, that's why I love day trading. So day trading is for a battlefield where you learn. It keeps you for like you move your mentality to learn a lot. Then once you have learned, you can move to the swing aspect where you can just patient and profit from every good candle movement. Okay, so this trade I think I'll post it on Telegram now, so maybe later on we'll see how it plays out. Like I said, guys, if you go to the upside, it goes to the upside. If it goes to the downside, it goes to the downside. I think I need to update on my Telegram now so you guys can, so people can see. Okay, this setup was live, so I need to post this so you guys can know this setup was live. Where is that? Just a sec, then boom, 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 boom. So on our 30 minutes, we are still on our 30 minutes, guys. I'm coming. I need to keep updating this. I need to update this. To update this to the platform. Where did I put that stuff? Oh yes. If you have any questions, you can drop them, then I'll get back to you on your question on how we took the trade now. Okay, I can get back to you. Oh yes. Okay, I need to now this is better. Okay. Oh yes. Okay. I think I need to start marking this name properly on this currency pair because I still find it very hard for myself to keep knowing the name of USD, EUR, but yes, guys, that's why I need to pay good attention. Let's get to work, guys. I think that will be it. I hope you guys are understanding this. Okay, I need to reduce it now. I hope you guys are understanding this whole concept properly. If you're understanding it, guys, we are going to make it. Cause yeah, I'm telling you guys, I'll be unlocking a lot of potentials in the market. Okay, I tell you guys, this is it. First, I showed you guys how you can do it swing, and I show you guys how you can do it, and we even took a trade live, so you guys can see why trading is cool. That right, because now we are taking it at a New York session. I told you guys, trading works with lifestyle. Okay, and if you really want to understand this lifestyle, it's a easy game. Okay, it's very easy, guys, to understand the lifestyle. just 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 be yourself, bro. Because now I now understand at our when I understand that once you know your time, then since I know, okay, every New York session there's a volume in the market, I always take advantage of it. And why I said this in my class is because on New York session there's always opportunity. So you don't just create luck, okay? You make luck happen. The concept of luck don't just happen, you create it. Don't let anybody deceive you that it's lucky. It's not lucky. Okay, so take your time, master the craft. Once you master the craft, you are good to go. Now we are taking this live, and I will drop a video of it. I'll drop this video later on, I think few days, or on Thursday. I'll drop this video on Thursday, so you guys can actually know the concept of what I was talking about and how we entered the trade live. This was live, and I even took the trade live, guys. I think I need to show you guys this. So I took this trade live, and we are still going, guys. Okay, so I took this trade live, and we are still going. Remember, I told you guys here was a change of character. The change of character happened because this was the last leg that went up on a lower time frame. You see why I told you guys there's what called standard change of character and non-standard change of character. Okay, standard change of character, this is standard change of character. You can see price literally moves from year to year. Okay, now this has confirmed it that we are going to the upside with SMT. This SMT telling us that there is no volume again. That's why I said if you are entering a chart, you wait for every candle print. I learned this the hard way myself. So if you see somebody doing it like this, give them a hand. That's why I love that King Mass guy. I also did learn from that guy as well where I was still coming up. So shout out to King Mass as well, and all that you traders who actually have been saying real facts. Okay, because they said real fact, but no new business then you will not believe you, you know this kind of scenario. So okay, sorry guys, I think my mic is getting echo. Alright, let me see what's going on with my mic. Alright, I hope everyone can hear me properly. If you can hear me properly, please say yes, you can hear me properly. So no, we are keep doing this live for you guys to see, guys. so you guys can see this, because we are doing this live for you guys to see. And yes, it's, I told you guys, forest is easy, guys. I keep learning the hard way, and the hard way has made it easy for me. Okay. And yes, I also see my challenge, I also see challenge as a good aim. Like if I see any challenge like that, I don't actually give up. I wish I gave up on forest. Maybe by now for the safety water. So I don't give up for forest. And forest has been a great journey for me. It actually made me understand a lot of things. Okay, self-wise. Okay, it made me understand a lot of things. It made me understand myself. Okay, thank you very much. So now I told you guys, once we get into our 30 minutes, then yes, for those who are looking for all those snipe entry, you know those snipe entry, now you're looking for those snipe entry, you can keep going to your 30 minutes. Once you marked out that zone already, let's say, okay, let me show you something with smart, with that entry point I'm telling you about. So once you mark out that zone like this, then the entry now, people will now, this zone now, people you just mark now, people now go to their, maybe they are 5 minutes, they are 1 hour, or let me say 30 minutes. You can see the way price was just choppy at this level. So people now will not go there to put out that, since they now know there is a strong base, they'll put their zone there. Okay, so since this is just an example, we have our ray chart going up, then you see their stop loss or something like this, higher than that our zone we marked. Okay, so you can see this is for 18.6 RR, then this is 7 point. So you guys now see how this game actually works. Okay, now let's move to our chart and see. You can see the movement point. Someone who cashed from this point, then mark out his stop loss at this zone. Then let me show you at a line chart. You can see the line chart. There's a structure at this point. Let me show you, which was this. Let me show you guys. So you can see there's a structure here. So the structure here, price, I assure you, let me tell you something, I assure you price won't get back to here after making 2 times the structure point. Okay, I'm giving this sure assurance. So if price goes back, you know this saying now, give your stop loss room to breathe. So this is what people are doing. But yes, because you guys saw the way I did mine, and why I like giving my stop loss room to breathe. First of all, why I give stop loss room to breathe on currency pair fluctuation, price fluctuation, and once that keep happening, your account will gear it big time, because it might just goes up, take you out, and keep going to your direction. But it's for synthetic, whereby news doesn't disturb it that much. News doesn't disturb that much, but we also have price behavior. Okay, so you just get in, the majority of the time you just see price moving. Okay, and yes, if you still want to scale in on out of a losing trade and all that, there's still a method for it. Okay, now we are on our 30 minutes. Let me show you how you can literally add position. Okay, now you can see price is moving to your direction. Then you start putting out your trend line. You can call this trend line, let's say, trend movement. Okay, I hope you guys are seeing this. You can say trend movement, and this trend movement now, it's very easy. Okay, this trend movement is very easy. First of all, you can see the way price is moving smartly. Okay, now we can see, okay, price just broke this again with a body. All right, you can see price just broke here with a tiny body. Right, now price broke here with tiny body. There's a lot of players now entering this chart at this point. Okay, there's a lot of players entering at this point now, because they just want to see that price closure at this level. Because why? Because sometimes this demand level might be a strong demand to still go to the upside. So that's why I say forest, you need to actually take your time and get the shit right. Okay, so at this level now there's a demand, and why there's a demand, remember I told you guys on the trend movement, once price, let me show you guys, something, because we are doing a rough work, so every lecture I do must be rough. You guys can see this, okay? So price movement, and once price move like this, guys, you can see price always leaves an imbalance. So this imbalance, remember, if you have not watched the video, go and do that. This imbalance we now have what called demand. So this demand here will literally make price either react or to go back to the upside or to change structure. So a lot of players actually wait for price to break first, but for me, I've come to that understanding that if I'm following the trend, I don't get scared. Alright, once you follow the trend, this is how it works, okay? Let me go to a fresh chart. Following the trend, let's say we have this our 4 hours, which is the major trend, okay guys? Let's say we have this our 4 hours, which is the major trend, okay? So this major trend movement, let's say is the higher, that is the 4 hours now, okay? And we have 1 hour tiny structure movement like this. Or 15 minutes tiny structure movement. Alright? Then we say there is always a supply zone at price always leave a supply zone once a structure is formed, okay? So there's always a supply zone. Once you see price broke, there's always a supply zone. Then you can see price now moves in to this zone here. You can see the moment price moves into this zone, a lot of players are waiting to short the market from this point, okay? So a lot of players are waiting to short the market from this structure point here. But before people like actually enter this market to move this market, there might be, like I said guys, there's also a supply demand zone here, just like this, the example we are just working on currently, or the live setup we are working on currently. So you can see the way price got into this zone and start reacting from that point, right? So the moment I see price comes in this zone and I got this my tiny change of character, the moment I see this, that very moment, I don't care about all this structure movement again. The only thing I care for them about is for my target and exit, okay? For where I can scale in and where I can scale out. That is where I'll be using this structure leg for. But if you tell me to actually set a target against the trend, that I won't do, because it's like me fighting the ocean. How can you fight the ocean? Come on, a beach wave. If you go to a beach, just the wave alone, your leg, just the wave alone, your legs are shaking already. So you don't see yourself doing that, alright? So once I see that wave, so I surf with it, whereby I put my board and surf with the ocean, till I scale out of the entire trend position. Once I see that movement, I take good advantage of it. So let's say this is where your lot size and your risk tolerance and everything comes in. Let's say you are risking 1% of your account. Okay, let me write here. Let's say you are risking 1% of your account. So 1% you are risking here and you are making 6% here. You are definitely making 6% here. Which one do you think would be crazier if I lose? Let's see, if I lose, I'll just lose 1% of my account. But if I win, I'll win times 6 of my account. So then you also, with this 6 movements already, once price moves in, let's say, because price will definitely breathe. Remember guys, once price breaks structure, it will breathe. Then price will come down, breathe to this leg again to retest that zone to make sure it's strong, then keeps coming down, alright? Then the moment price comes back to breathe again, I'll show you guys what we call scaling and scale out position. I told you this will be a fun session guys, because this is the practical mode. So all here now we'll now be adding the concept of +1, okay? think I need to still clone this, so I need to put it around. Alright, this will be a good way to fuck. No, I need just your, yeah. So this will be a good way to scale in. Okay, so once you scale in, you see how easy it will be. Price break the that lower time frame structure, comes back again to retest it, you tap one again, it goes again, comes out again, you tap two. Yes, I know you guys will be scared, but this is where the fun part comes in. All right, you can, once price comes in here, you can either scale out the old position here, all right, or you can take your, you can take your position, put it at your entry. Okay, once the moment you put that position at your entry point, this will now be your break even. Okay, we call it BE. So we call it BE. This will now be your break even. All right, you see, now price is now moving your favor, so you now put your old position at your break even, so that once price even comes back to this your position, it won't stop you out. Okay, you won't be stopped out, because there's nothing that will take away the joy already in it already, because you're already secure, you have secured your fear, your emotions already. So now you are just watching. If it comes back to take you out, then you know that chart is not for you. You move on to the next one. Okay, so price just goes in like this, keeps coming down like this. Okay, this is what price does, guys. So don't fall for that trap again. All right, the illusion of tapping, no, it's wrong. Okay, so once you have gotten a break even, just let your trade run. then then you start using these zones as your target. You see the way we marked out the zone with those line charts, then start using it to get out at a clean position, because majority of the time we use price extension, that is those wicks, you get fucked. So I prefer using the closes of price. Once I know the closes of price, then I'll be okay, because there, that zone, that price zone, that's where the institution use. Okay, the institution don't care about market structure, fair value gap. We care about it because that is where we actually know. Okay, and that is what we use to analyze the chart to get our own understanding. Their own, they just care about price close and open. Once they see price close and open, then once price goes back to a close and open position, they take a trade again. So if you are, if for the newbies that is coming in again, go and get book smart. All right, get book smart to understand that if you are making money and the money is coming easily, just know it's the hardest way. All right, so if you know you are entering this space for the first time, and yes, you have this thought of making millions of dollars in the night, yes, you can make $1 million in the night, but for newbie you can't, because it's a process. You need to still know the workload that comes with it, the patience, the time. Because if it's a place where everybody can make money, everybody will go there and fetch the money now. So yes, everybody can make money, but due to some people can't face their actual nature, because the chart have shown me my actual nature, the real human in me. I keep using the word human being, but the day I see the word the real human in me, then I know I don't even like the way I was doing my thing. So I had to change. Okay, so I had to change and start learning this thing the right way. So since I started learning this thing the right way, focusing, journaling, writing, as if I'm going back to school. If I can spend 4 years or 5 years in school, joining ASU strike and all those things, like government strike. Okay, for those who are joining us and don't know about it, it's a government strike that happens in Nigeria. So that as well, guys. So once you guys are entering the system, just know that the money mentality will comes in later, but first learn the skill, learn the way the structure movement, learn price action. Once you learn those things, you will get this whole concept raw. Like over this channel, I'm telling you guys, on this channel I want to build people, not sell. I'm not selling. Okay, I'm building people to know, to learn the thing themselves. Yes, because if I keep giving you signal, how will you understand what is going on? Okay, I won't give you signal, I want you to learn. If you are not willing to learn, then you get the fuck out. So it's easy, guys. Alright, so let's get to work. Now you can see what a beautiful structure movement. So guys, this trade is going great. I don't need to flash the profit again. You guys already know the package now. Alright. So you guys know the package already, like we are floating. Alright, so we are floating, guys. So guys, that is it. So I hope you guys are really enjoying this game. If you're enjoying it, talk to me now. Talk to me. I want to see all your errors. Any question, drop it, okay? Because we'll be ending our live section soon because we just did this live. Oh, I wanted this to be for Derif. Okay, let's see if Derif has come up again. Alright, I wanted this to be for Derif because I studied, like I keep studying, okay? So I studied before coming in, alright? Then coming in, Derif was not opening. So you can see the reason why you always need to be prepared. They always say this in an exam hall. You need to be prepared at all time. I mean, hear my statement, at what all time. So once you are prepared at all time, you can face any challenges that is coming. Okay. Once you are able to face those challenges, so there's no point in it again. All right. So it's very easy. Learn the shit right, get it right. All right. Since I've known the game, I actually waited for this. All right. I waited for this, which you guys saw it. I saw the movement, and also if you guys saw one thing, I want to bring you guys mind back again how fast it was for me. You see, when I get into the charts, I was not ready to trade currency pair. I was ready to trade synthetic. So you see, when I got in the charts, I picked this stuff, this setup at my what analysis time frame. That's why I even picked my target. I just entered. Then I told you guys I'll tell you guys why I entered. This is where you have mastered your eye to that level. Okay, for newbies, if you think you can just observe and catch it out, you won't. I'm telling you guys this, you won't. So you can't just enter and catch it once like I've known it. No. If you can take me years to learn this, and I wasted 6 months to learn candlesticks. Man, so you can see how crazy it is, guys. Which it took me 6 months to learn candlesticks. Learning all candlesticks, 3 inside or 4 inside down. At the end of the day, I just cover, just learn structure. It's like you building a house, okay? So once you learn structure movements, you understand this concept properly, okay? So once you just understand the structure movement, you understand this concept properly. But yes, now you can see price just hit our first zone here. So over here, I will advise some people, okay, now if you want to move your stop tight, now you can move your stop tight because we've just broke another structural movement, okay? We just broke another structural movement, so you can move in your stop now to this previous leg here. So now if you are risking like $10 or $20 before, now you'll not be risking like, let me say, $5. You see how forex is easy. Then once price make on that structure again, you move your zone. Once you move your zone again, you can see how now you are now accumulating your wealth for just simple price movements. You are not doing anything again. You are just making your money. But where people get frustrated in it is that once they enter, they want to make all the money at that one quick movement. No, you take your time, you analyze, you package yourself. The package yourself means, okay, let's say you just went out to enjoy yourself, okay, to flex yourself. They use the word flex. You went out to flex yourself. Then at the end of the day, you just sat down, waiting for price, okay, just waiting for price to meet you. Then price get to your point, then you are still enjoying yourself, then still doing your thing while price just moving. There's nothing there. You know you are risking it already. So why not just put your mind in it? Alright? I keep using this famous quote in the Bible, fear not. And the content of where that fuel not come was when the two people walk on water, Peter and Jesus. Okay. All right. So when Jesus was walking on the water, then Peter followed him. Then the moment the moment Jesus told him fear not, he started walking on the water. Then the moment he looked down, the fear hold am, now he fall inside the water. It dey get so just fear not. And since you know what you are risking already, if it goes your way, you have lost the money. Yes, if it goes out your way, you have lost the money. But if it goes in your way, so stop reasoning the loss. Look the profit aspects. Look like just look if you win. They have programmed us in a way that we always think of bad things, negative things. Wherever we see negative things, now wow, I take it all those kind of thinking. So we don't want all those type of thinking anymore. Just keep thinking, what if I win? The moment you keep using that word, you see how things keep changing. Yes, there was a trade I took at V10. I told you guys, I keep posting this at my Telegram that we have been making V10 since last week. Like, I've been literally making V10, okay? I've been making V10, like, dragging it. So there was a trade I took last night. I was like, this was not I'll just lose my eye. Okay, due to have studied this thing, I keep using my eye a lot. So I just looked my eye and I saw there was no good structure point there. I took a trade out of seeing the trend was just moving down. Then I remember I'm not an institutional trader. Okay. Yes, we keep making mistakes. I told you guys I make mistakes as well. So everybody make mistakes. Okay. I remember I'm not an institutional trader that will just leave off my chart like that and hope for the best. And hope price will go back to zone. So I saw the movement, then I come back, I closed it at a break even point. Okay. So once I closed at a break even point, then price went in back to retest a fair value gap, okay, on a demand zone, then start going down. So just imagine if I waited on that trade and it was midnight and I fell asleep, I would have lost half of my portfolio. So this is where trade smart comes in. Once you make a plan, stay with the plan. If the plan doesn't go your way, you get out. That's it. There's no body movement again in those type of statements. So I hope you guys are getting the concept. If I can do it, you can do it. It's just start. The concept of start. I keep telling people this. I was not that very smart when coming up. Okay, if I can learn how to read and write at GSS1. Most of you are even smarter than me, but I'm teaching. Alright, so I'm making money and I'm teaching and I'm decided to, like, I've seen things and like, no, I don't like the way people are living. Okay, now you guys can see. I told you guys every candle tells a story, right? So I want to show you guys another example again. Once you see the way price is moving, because this is what we'll be doing live. And if you are in the VIP and you are here, kudos guys. You guys already understand this already. So our aim here is to wait for price, okay? And there's what we call date and time range for price. Let me show you guys this date and time range. Where is that fucking tool, man? Now I need you, man. I need date and time range, okay? We just put in our date and time range. You guys can see from this point we are on the 30 minutes time frame. From this point A here to this point B. Can you see how many days? A day, guys. One full day. So if price can take one full day to get to the zone, why do you want to start why do you want to start to make playing with your portfolio? Why do you guys have to start playing with your portfolio? Yeah, some people be like, and there's a change of character here, let me enter here. Every day is not trading day, okay? If you wait for the trend, you enjoy it. I promise you that. Yes, this is a tiny trading movement, okay? For like I told you guys, for day traders, they will enter here, then wait for the best of the price to come here before they scale out. For those who are counter trending, then for me, I do counter trend, but only if it's from the higher time frame. That's why I jumped into swing of recent. Alright, I don't usually do swing movement, but I jump into swing trading because it gives me actual the good vibes I was looking for in trading. That's what swing trading gave to me. Gave me the good vibe because I actually now wait for my setup to plays out. For day trading a day, I'll try looking for a setup. While for swing trading, I'll just follow the main daily trend. Okay, you can see low cut the main daily trend. A day, a trend was formed. Okay, let's say, let me show you one thing. I what the example of this. So let's go back to our rough chart. So a day, a leg was formed. All right. Then the following day, another leg was formed. All right. Now the third day, another leg is forming. So you can see how many days now. So each day like this, day one people trade this date in here. Day two people trade this date in here. Day three people trade this date in here. So if you're actually trading this time like this, okay, if you're actually trading all these times like this, then you actually understand that this whole concept of trading is time, and once your time come, take good advantage of it. This is what traders won't tell you. Okay, once you see your own time, take good advantage of it. Then this is where risk management, risk tolerance, all those kind of shit comes in. Okay, because once they see that movement, they'll take good advantage of it. I don't know about how you are going to do it, but anytime you see good price movement, take good advantage of it. Yes, it will go wrong, but it won't go your way. Fine, let it not go my way. As long as a good I took advantage of it. Your good risk management comes in. Once your risk management comes in, you know once the price goes off your way, you lose the initial money you are risking. Alright, then also you don't just tap. I keep emphasizing on this because you see candle moving like you do, you tap. No, you can see price has been breaking up and down. The moment you tap all those things, you are adding more contract to that initial money you are willing to risk before. Are you guys getting my point? So let's say you want to risk $20 at this range here. So this is your short range. Let me use this one. So this is your short range now. You want to risk $20, which is 12%, 0.12%. So you want to risk $20. So but those percentage really matters. Is your capital that matters. Alright. So you want to risk $20 here. Then you enter here risking $10. Alright. Then you enter here risking your $20 because this is where you enter. Once price go against you, it's $10. It's $20, right? So you enter here. Then price is now moving down like this. Okay. Now price is now moving down like this. Like it's coming down crazily. Like just busting poo poo. You guys can see this. The price is moving down just like this. Okay. Then you started tapping your button. Let me make all the money in the life. You won't make all those money. Then literally you are adding more more equation or more load to this your currency, to this your balance here. Okay. Initially if price go against you from here, you will lose before, but now since you now adding more here, that your $20 now will now split inside this range. It won't be enough for this range again because we are working with range movement. So your $20 won't be enough as this range again. So you need to actually stick with your initial position. Then once price make attract structure movement, then you can enter. If you guys are understanding this, please tap W. Please, if you guys understand it, so I will not know. So I don't talk to myself because this is a study class. Are you guys understanding it? Just tap W on your keyboard so I'll know you guys are understanding it. Alright. Okay, let's keep going, guys. Woo! So let's keep going. So once you start tapping, once you start entering like that, you lose your money. So you wait for structure movement. Once structure is formed, your eye will see that there is a structure formed. the main reason people keep losing their money is because they don't wait for structure form. So once the structure is formed, then you can jump in again and tap in. Maybe if it's one contract you enter the first time here, you use one contract again. But if it's two contracts, you use two. Okay, because you are taking advantage of your position. For you to take the position, you have already worked out your mental health. Like you have worked with your mental health and tell yourself, okay, if price getting here, I want to take that advantage. Okay. So once you take that advantage, don't spoil the advantage. Wait for another advantage to come again before you tap again. So now I've showed you guys line chart, I've shown you guys pullback. Okay. So this is how you enter with a pullback strategy. Then yes, if you want to know future, somebody just ask if you want to know future price movement. It's very easy. Once you mark out your break of structure like this, then you mark out what we call your order block or your order flow. Okay, so this is our order block. All right, because this is where the structure points. Remember guys, I told you guys again, order block is very easy to find. They are found at structure points. So once any flow of chart like this you see, so there's an order block here. All right, so if you see a flow like this, there's an order block. So the price that took one day to come here took one day to jam here again, so it's joint. Okay, so this is it guys. All right, so I keep telling you guys, this is it and very easy. So all these are very simple. And yes, if you still finding trading very hard, you can just DM me direct. I'm free to talk to, and you can chat me, and I'm willing to teach you just the way I'm doing it. Okay, I'm here to build, I'm not here to just teach. If I see somebody winning, then I'm winning. Okay, if I see like I'm teaching you guys and you guys are winning, then I'm winning. So that's my big aim in the industry. All right, to teach people, to pull out people from that financial disaster, okay, that is out there. So then this now, I'm anticipating for price to break the structure. You see the structure now, I want price to break the structure, comes back this zone, then goes down. So I'll be anticipating to take another trade from this point. And yes, 30 minutes also has a structural movement, but for this is a clean structure that I'm saying. I don't want to go lower than this. Alright, I think I need to show you guys this, and we are floating up. Okay, we are floating guys. Alright, we are floating. I was on the screen much on this, so I'm currently making 1 to 3 of my equity like this. So I'm making 1 to 3 like this already at this point, and this is 7.2 movement. Okay, and I already have my zones to scale out from and all that. But like I said, you guys, I'm waiting, guys, because I'm not running off the chart, because it's a day walk. You call it day. So once I enter, I expect to scale off this chart within the day. Yes, we need to check for news. Let's go to our news, which I use my FX book, guys. My FX book. So I use my FX book for news. Let me show you guys how you can do that as well. Scroll to the ending, like ending. You see what we call the USA, because this is what we are actually looking about. And yes, they also have, let me go back and show you guys, they also have prediction. Okay, so look at their prediction. All right, GBP USD, they are telling you guys there'll be a strong news at that point. Okay, so this is the market cap for that. Where did I touch? Later, let me go back again to our portfolio, then tap in the currency we are about to look at, the country, because we are going to United States, so we need to know all the news that is going on at there. So click today. Alright, we don't want to focus on more impact news. Alright, so today you can see there was no news, so no news today, but for the week I think there is news for the week. So tomorrow, let's check tomorrow. Okay, there is news which is for boost this minus, so this one is very high. this is in 1 day and 23, so that is tomorrow. So today there is no news at all, so I'll be holding this trade till I see a good time to leave the market. Okay, so I hope you guys like literally understand this whole system on how it's we have been doing it. And if you guys understand this concept, please either subscribe button, either like button, okay, because there's more where this comes from. All right, and we just pass a key point, so you can move your your positioner to your entry. If you move this student to your entry, we call it break even, so there's no money loss. This is what I'll be doing now, so there'll be no money loss on this trade. So if the trade comes back, goes up, so there will be no what money loss. All right, I think I need to update this on my Telegram before we end this section. All right, and I hope you guys found this session really funny because I was just in the vibe and feeling the flow of every details we have been going on with. Okay, I think I need to update this, then we call it a day, guys. For call it a day, right? I need to call this for call it a day. Then okay, I think this is way better. Okay, we just updated that, and we're about to end this now, which we just eat. We're about to eat our first take profit, guys. So like I said, now if you want to move your stop to your entry, you can move it so you don't lose, you won't be losing money at this trade. If you just move your stop to your entry, you won't be losing money at this trade. Okay, so once price break this leg here, this leg, I wanted to show you guys something. Sometimes price might not go back to this zone. All right, you see this zone where price actually kick off here on the 30 minutes, so there's a structural point here, so price might just come to this structure point here. All right, then bounce up. That's why we wait for structure, we don't just jump. Now I'm just sitting down folding my money is counting. So if this money go against me, I lose as well. So that's the game, guys. I hope you guys actually found this very effective. I find it very effective. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, okay? And yes, once we hit our first take profit, I will close at some point, but on the 30th, like I told you guys, I will close one of my positions. I open two positions on this. So on the 30th will be our last day, which I will discuss how risk management and all that works. So don't miss it, guys. And tomorrow I'll be updating my YouTube channel for this new video coming up, how you can use live chat, so you can get that as well. Okay, so I hope you guys are getting this process. And this 1 month is been really crazy. And yes, I'm still doing my 10 to $1,000 challenge. I haven't forgotten. Okay, the main reason I paused on that first is that I was taking a lot of time. I was teaching, taking a lot of time. Still have some things to get sorted out. So at the same time, I was adding trading to it. So my whole mind state and everything was very choked up. So my mind state and everything was choked up. So I had to pause my challenge. Okay. So I want, after this whole section of this class, then I'll continue my challenge again, 10 to $1,000. And this time around, I'll be using from a swing perspective. So if I'm using a 10 to $1,000 channel, at least I need to be staying that trade for a very long time to maximize to accumulate huge profit. So if I say I close this trade at a day, within the day, because for majority of the time the trade I was taking there was cap, because I just want to flip the challenge. Now I realize I don't want to flip that challenge. I want to actually take that challenge so people will know, okay, they are doing this step by step. Okay, then I was just like, let me flip it up while still having crazy things behind the scene. Okay, like I said, trading is a meta game, and you don't use behind the scene to affect it. If you are giving it a space, give it your space. If you are giving it your time, give it your time. So that's just it. If you think you can add noise to it, you fail, my brother. I'm telling you this true story. You fail big time if you're adding a lot of noise to it. Like I said, guys, this is very easy. Once you go through the process of this video, you actually understand the way this market structure looks like. And yes, if you mark it this way, I assure you, you keep seeing structural movement back to back. And you, before now, in 3 months you have understand trading, then you can now work on your psychology and your human in you. Okay, I hope you guys understand this whole concept properly. We'll be ending this soon, and let's get back to our charts. I hope you guys understand this concept I've used, and I've been detailing everything about structure and how I entered. I did swing movement and day movement. Like I said, I can also do a scalp movement. If you actually understand the skill, you can move in within the time frame. Like for me, I'm very flexible. The moment I became flexible, the moment I understand, yes, I can do a lot of things on the chart. Okay, I hope you guys have been enjoying this whole series, and this series is one of my first challenge, because yes, I did physical challenge, but I was like, okay, let me drop a physical and online challenge as well, where I'll just teach people. Yes, like I said, it's for free, guys. Alright, so our next section is on the 30th, which we're wrapping up this section. Yes, we'll still be taking live setups. Alright, if there's a setup, I'll tell you guys there's a setup. If there's no setup, I'll tell you guys there's no setup. So if you are seeing this video, I know it won't comes out on it will comes out the same day. Okay, let's just say yes, that's it now, because I'm dropping this line video on Wednesday, then on Thursday I'm dropping this video. Okay, for people who actually missed the whole chart scenario. Okay, so for people who missed the whole chart scenario, they will actually understand this, they'll get this whole concept properly. So before they watch the third video, but I don't want to rush it on them. So at least let's give people time to see this. Okay, I hope you guys have been enjoying it, and also keep following up with your journaling. Okay, journaling will actually make you know if you are keeping track of your gaming system. Okay, if you are actually knowing if you are progressing or not, just keep writing. Sometimes it will be hard, but just write daily. Wake up, write. Once you see yourself doing it for like a month or two, you'll be like, fuck, I've done it. So then it won't be luck again, or it won't be, you're like they keep saying it's luck. You and I know it was not luck, because you put in the work. So guys, go and put in the work as well and get this shit going. Alright, see you soon. Peace.